If you'd love to see how I make this delicious chicken and veggie meal prep, stay tuned and I'll show you all my tips and tricks into making it extra delicious so you keep eating it throughout the week. So let's get started. One thing that I have noticed while making these meal preps is that when I season my food properly, and I don't mean over season, I mean season it adequately, I end up enjoying my meal prep far more than when I'm in a hurry, don't season it, and the food just ends up tasting bland or like cardboard box. So the first thing you want to do is to get a bowl and mix your favorite seasonings. For this particular recipe, I went ahead and added some all-purpose seasoning. You could also use some sea salt. I added some garlic powder, and I also had some fresh black peppercorn and just ground that into the mixing bowl. And also what you could add is anything like paprika as well as some mixed herbs. And I also had a peri-peri salt seasoning from Nando's that I added in there. And you can see that that already had some paprika mixed in there. So it gives it that nice color. And I just mixed it all together. The most important thing here to do is to make sure that you blend in all of the seasoning. Now, I've already cleaned and pat dried the chicken, and I've also gone ahead and spatchcocked the chicken. I've actually got a video of that on my channel and I'll link it below so you can see that and how I do that. And what this process actually does is it reduces the time that it takes to cook the chicken. And as I promised, this will be a quick recipe. So what you want to do, even if you want to make this faster, you can cut the chicken into pieces, because at the end of the day you will have to cut it into portions so you can put it into your container. I have just rubbed in the dry seasoning into the chicken, and as you can see, the color is really taking by now. You can leave a chicken in the fridge for probably about an hour to even maybe even 5 hours of the day before. So overnight you can also leave a chicken in there so the season really locks in. But if you don't have the time, it's fine to put straight into the oven. And the step that I just showed you there was me drizzling some olive oil. And of course, once you've done that, you just go ahead and place it in the oven. That looks like a very delicious chicken. So once the chicken is in the oven, I went ahead and I basically put about 2 cups of rice into the pot. I rinsed it thoroughly. And over here you can see me placing a lid on top of the pot. I've already added some hot water as well as some sea salt. And that's essentially all that I'm going to do here. Okay, so as you can see, we're moving along pretty fast. We've got the chicken in the oven, we have the rice steaming away on the stove, and now we're going to prepare the vegetables. I've chosen to go with some bell peppers. I absolutely love bell peppers or sweet peppers, depending on what you call them in your country. And I love these because I eat them almost raw. So I just steam them or lightly stir fry them. They're super sweet, especially if you have the red peppers as well as the orange and the yellow ones. They're very sweet. The green ones can be a little bit bitter, so do be mindful of that. But these are great because when you don't overcook them, you get the fullness of the vitamins and the nutrients of the peppers, as opposed to when you cook them in stews, and sometimes you lose a lot of that. So as you can see, I've got a mix of the peppers, and it just looks so bright and so vibrant that you know that it's going to look good on your plate and it will make you want to eat your meal prep. Now, this is not the only vegetable that I used. I also wanted to use some cauliflower, so I just prepared that as well. And over here, I'll just show you exactly how I do that. So now that we have the cauliflower peeled, as you can see, it's very easy to get to the stem now because you've got a clear visual, and it's also a lot safer than cutting blindly. So there you go, we've got the cauliflower done. And you can also do the same with the broccoli because it's more or less the same structure. So that's just a heads up for your next recipe, which I know you will make. And now we're going to go ahead and slice our carrots. As you can see, I decided to make them a little bit more fancier and cut them slightly slanted as opposed to the usual just cutting them straight across, and they do look a lot better. And you know me, if you have been watching my channel for a while, I'm all about presentation, even when it comes to the slightest details of how I cut my vegetables. And once you start, I promise you won't be able to stop. Now we're going to go ahead and put the cauliflower and the carrots in some boiling water. This is just to soften the vegetables because these are the more harder vegetables that you can't just stir fry and eat. Technically you can, but if you're someone who's used to having cooked food, you probably don't want to go ahead and eat them raw. Just go ahead and put them in some boiling water, maximum 3 minutes. Just stir that all the way in and then take it out, put it in some cold water, and then now they are ready to stir fry. But this is just another way of making you look at vegetables differently by seeing ways of preparing it to make it a little bit more palatable. Now you can go ahead and add some oil into a preheated pan. Then follow that up with adding the spring onions. As you can see, we're not using that many and we just need to slightly stir fry these, so it's not going to be overcooked. So you definitely want to go ahead and be relatively fast with your stirring so that this does not stick. Then you can go ahead and add the cauliflower and the carrots, and remember to keep stirring so that it does not stick. And the aroma of the spring onions honestly just makes this smell so good already, and you haven't even added any seasoning yet. And this is a beauty of picking the right vegetables to put together, and the herbs of course. And you go ahead and add the bell peppers, and just look at how beautiful and vibrant it's already looking. I could just eat this by itself. Like, I would genuinely just eat this by itself, and I have done in the past. So I'm just saying, if you do not want the chicken and you just want the rice and the veggies, then this is also a great recipe just for a vegetarian. But just look how beautiful this is looking. After about a minute, I went ahead and added some black pepper, some sea salt, and some mixed herbs, and that is all you really need for this. And it just locks in the natural flavors of the vegetables, and the herbs just enhance it that bit more, and it's just beautiful. This is done. I'm just going to let this sit on the fire for a little bit longer and we are done. How easy was that? And of course, do not forget to garnish with some coriander or parsley if you've got that. But just adding that green makes it so vibrant, so beautiful, and aromatic as well. So this is just how you can build your vegetables to serve on a side of any main dish, any main protein, or just have it by itself. This is just delicious. And here you have it. Look how delicious the roast chicken is looking. I will leave all the details on the timings and everything in the description box. Look at the delicious vegetables and our steamed basmati rice. This is our meal prep, all cooked and ready in under an hour. So after letting the food cool down for about 30 minutes, I went ahead and I laid out my meal prep bowls. I also did go ahead and cut the chicken down to size to the portions that I wanted. And I do have another video on this channel showing you how to kind of cut the chicken and cut it to size so you know exactly how to get the perfect portions. And just like that, we are done with this week's meal prep. quick, fast, easy, and also delicious. And this will definitely do the job this week because I've got a crazy week, and at least this means I don't have to see the kitchen unless I really want to. Having healthy options in front of you is one of the easiest way to stay consistent on your health and wellness journey. Until next time, do not forget to check out the other videos on my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.